Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Diego coming to you live from the Panhandle of Florida, here in near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach. And Navarre Beach is where Karina and I, now Karina is my prometida, and she is from Caracas, Venezuela, living in Bogota, Colombia as our legal resident, I hasten to add. And we're waiting for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the service center in California. And we're on our NOA1 letter was dated April 18th, 2022. So it's over a year we've been waiting, but that's a process. So we wait. We stay relaxed. We kick back like this, we relax, and we wait for our NOA2 letter. And Charpa Harley is in the house. Charpa Harley was glad to see you here with us, joining us live for the K1 chat. Now, if you come in, if anybody has any questions about the K1 visa process, I'm here to help you. This is my second rodeo and my last rodeo. I don't plan on going through this visa process again, but I will continue to make the videos after Karina, my prometida, and I finally get married on Navarre Beach. Now, our wedding officiant is Captain Bill. He's our wedding officiant. He lives close to Navarre Beach. And he's asking me when is Karina coming to the United States? And I said, when immigration grants us our visa so she can get here. But it's not a quick process. Now, there's a person whose fiance is in the Russian Federation, and his visa interview is going to be at the U.S. Embassy in Warsaw, Poland. Now, you got to pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You cannot have your visa interview in Russia. The embassy in Moscow is closed. So you got to get out of Russia and you got to go to, in this case, Warsaw, Poland. And then once this person gets to Warsaw, Poland, then the sponsor can start mailing the documents to him. The I-134 signed in black ink, not a photocopy. Okay. Now, that is and divorce decrees. Now, the I-134 is the only form really that needs to be inked in an original. All right. If you're in a country like Russia, now we got no problem with the Russian people. We love the Russian people. We love Russia. But when things happen, when governments do silly things, then the people are the ones that suffer. Now, a question, Dijon Anko. Hi, Mr. Diego. How long does it take for USCIS to the MVC to transfer documents and create a case number? Now, it takes anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 months. So I can say 3 months, or I can make it sound a little bit more palatable and say 16 weeks. Or I can say 2 weeks to 3 months, or 16 weeks. So the longest you're going to wait, Dijon, will be 3 months. After 3 months, you need to be contacting USCIS. Where's my case number? All right. Now remember, immigration right now are approving lots and lots and lots of visas, and lots of NOA2 letters are going out. So I have made videos on how to prepare for the visa interview. I've made videos on how to, what documents do you need to bring to the visa interview, including I-134, which is the Declaration of Financial Support, which is the most important form besides, and don't forget, you got to bring your NOA2 letter also to the visa interview. So what do you need to bring to the visa interview? Let's talk about that. You're welcome, Dejan. Just relax, Dejan. You need to be doing this. Just kick back and wait for the case number to get to you, okay? Just relax. Don't be impatient. If you get frustrated, okay, you send me a message. I'll talk with you. Now, listen up, guys. When you get your NOA2 letter, make a copy of it, scan it to your beneficiary, keep the original in a safe somewhere in your house. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Okay? So you got your NOA2 letter, and then you're going to wait 2 weeks to 3 months for the MVC to send you a case number. Now, what I like about the K1 visa process is once the K1 visa package gets to the MVC, they're going to assign a case number, do a background check on the sponsor, immigration, do a police check on me, And then they're going to send the package to the embassy. In my case, the U.S. Embassy in Bogota. But if you're going through a CR1 visa, spousal visa, once your package gets to the NVC, National Visa Center in New Hampshire, then you got to start uploading documents to the SEAC system. Passports, birth certificates, evidence of this, evidence of that, evidence of this. And if you make one error in uploading a document, one error, you got to wait 3 months, 2 to 3 months before the NVC will look at your case again. So the K1 visa is the way to go. It's the way to go. K1 visa gets to the NVC, NVC look at it, do a police check, and they mail it to the embassy, as soon as the embassy is not busy. Now, if the U.S. Embassy is busy and they don't have enough people to process visas, they will hold it at the NVC until the embassy gets unbusy. Let's see here. Licia Baby Barbara. Good evening, Diego from Nigeria. Hello, Licia in Nigeria. Beautiful Nigeria. Everybody's so beautiful in Nigeria. Lovely people. Let's see. Chio Mad Davison. Also, Mr. Diego, how long does it take to get your green card? Now, that depends on where you live in the United States of America. If you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, it could take 1.5 years to get your green card. If you live here in Florida, it could take 1 year to get your green card. If you live in a small little town, let's say in North Texas, it could take 6 months to get your green card. So the speed that you get your green card will be, number one, don't mess up the paperwork when you submit your adjustment of status. Don't mess it up. Number two, even though you don't need a second medical exam by a civil surgeon approved by immigration, get a second medical exam for your beneficiary. We have new immigration personnel, new persons working for immigration. And some of these people may not be fully trained yet. And I'm seeing a lot of people getting RFEs because even though their medical exam was done by the embassy doctor in, let's say, Colombia or not Venezuela, let's say Colombia or Nigeria, then they file their adjustment of status without their medical exam. They're getting an RFE. Where's your medical exam? Well, it's not necessary. But this guy or this girl, this gal working doesn't know the rules. So what happens? You got to respond to the RFE, right? You got to go get a medical exam, get your vaccination records. You got to get the civil surgeon to sign the form I-693. I believe that's what it's called. Here's what I say to you guys. Once you get in the USA, get married, go on your honeymoon, get back, and adjust your status within 3 months and get a second medical exam for your beneficiary. Even though it's not technically required, to save you a big headache of immigration. The new folks, they're making a few errors here and there, and to make sure you don't get caught in that trap, just have another medical exam. Just pay. Archur, hello, Mr. Diego. Hi, Archur, you're in Algeria. We got folks from Algeria, Nigeria, and all around the United States. So let's see, what are you going to bring to your visa interview? You got your NOA2, you got your visa scheduled, your interview scheduled. Bring divorce decrees, original certified divorce decrees, not magistrate reports. They have to be signed by a judge, finalized. Okay? And bring your NOA1 letter, your NOA2 letter. If you lost your NOA1 letter, okay. But do not lose your NOA2 letter. You have to bring that to your embassy interview, or you won't have a visa interview. Got to have that. Bring your beneficiary will bring her original birth certificate, translated into English by a certified translator. She will bring her passport, which has got at least 6 months left on it. Unless you live in Brazil, then you need 8 months minimum. Let's see here. You're going to bring 4 passport photos with you. You're going to bring, let's see, come on. Now, you guys know, write in the comments here, what do you need to bring to your visa interview? Instead of me telling you, you write it. I know already what you got to bring. I want to make sure you guys know. All right. Now, Archur says, I sent an inquiry for my NOA2 because it did come to my mailbox. So your NOA2 letter was mailed to you, but you never got it. Is that what you're saying? Then you must get another one. You must have an NOA2 letter to schedule in order for your beneficiary to have an interview at the embassy. And then you're going to need the NOA2 letter again when you adjust your status for green card, when your beneficiary, when she adjusts or he adjusts the status to green card, you have to include a copy of the I-797. Okay, Archer, you need to get a copy of your NOA2 letter. And if you have to, I made a video on how you can do that. Okay, you have to pay a fee to get a new one, but you got to have it. Okay, that's very important. Then also, when you adjust your status, your beneficiary will need to include form I-94, which is his or her legal entry into the United States, where he or she did a face-to-face with a Customs and Border Patrol officer. And then I would wait about a week or two before you go online. You go into the Customs and Border Patrol website, or you can Google Form I-94, and then it will take you to the site. And then you go in there, you put in your beneficiary's passport number, her name, etc. And then it will call up a report, an I-94 report, and then you print it, and then you include that when you adjust your status. Now, if your beneficiary came to the United States on vacation and then went back to her home country or his home country, you must include Form I-94 in the K-1 visa package. Zainab Bula, any possibility of things speeding up at MVC? Well, we hope so. Things are speeding up at USCIS, which tells me that things will probably slow down a little bit at the MVC, because the USCIS is speeding up. They're dumping lots and lots of visas on the laps of the MVC folks. So actually, to be honest with you, things may slow down just a little tad at the MVC, unless they have the manpower or the womanpower to pick up the pace on their end. Okay. Let's see, Zainab, taking a lot of time for my NOA2 to welcome letter. Well, if you have your NOA2 letter, then you're good. Then you just got to wait 2 weeks to 16 weeks for your MVC case number. Archer, I saw that video you made. I watch all your videos. Keep up the great work, Mr. Diego. Archer, well, I appreciate those kind, positive feedback comments, because, this process is easy, but it's not easy. It's easy if you have patience, where you just relax and wait your turn for your time. But if you don't have patience, if you just constantly, where's my visa? Where's my NOA2 letter? Where's my MVC case number? You're going to get sick here. You're going to get physically ill. If you're stressed out, make you sick. Don't get sick, guys. I want you all fit and healthy, so that most of you can fly to your beneficiary's home country and accompany him or her back to the USA on that airplane I keep talking about. Let's see. GS. Hi, GS. Hi, Diego. Missed so many live chats. Good to see you here. Hi, GS. Don't worry. We're going to do live chats on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 5 p.m. Central Time. So if 3 times a week should cover it for everybody. Fabienne Claremont. Hello, Diego. Hi, Fabienne. How are you? Fabienne, are you in France? That's like a French name. I think. Don't forget, guys, tell us where you're at. GS, thank you. Love from London. Yeah, GS, I know you're from England. I know you're from London. Yeah, because you said you were going to send me some Jaffa cakes, and I said, don't do that because they'll melt. Here in Florida, it's so hot, I got to put all my candy in the fridge. So I'm serious. I go to Walmart and buy some chocolate because I got a sweet tooth. I got to keep it in the fridge. But when I'm in Bogota, Colombia, I go to the supermarket down the street. I buy my chocolate there. I can leave it on the counter because it doesn't get cold. It's cold in Bogota, so it's like around 65 degrees all the time. So I don't need a refrigerator for my chocolate. But GS, we send you love. Karina and I send you our love from Colombia and Florida, USA. Pink Rose. Hi, Diego. How are you? Pink Rose, doing good here. Fabienne here in Long Island with a Frenchy name. Fabienne, okay, well, I thought you were in France with a Frenchy name, but there's nothing wrong with Long Island. Long Island's a beautiful part of our country. GS, haha, hey Diego, I'm about to fly to Arizona to see my fiance. Do I need my passport stamped? Do you need your passport stamped? Well, you're going to get it. You're going to have a B2 tourist visa. That's where your passport, your British passport, will have a B2 tourist visa in it, and that's your passport stamp right there. And then make sure that you know, if you're going to go to Arizona, make sure your sponsor prints a copy of your I-94 from the Customs and Border Patrol website. Okay, you're going to need that because if you haven't filed your K1 visa yet, you're going to need a copy of the I-94 to show that you went to the United States, you had a blast in Arizona, you went back to beautiful England, and then enjoyed your vacation. Jess, you got. I'm glad to see you got that. Excellent. Good. Don't forget, because your sponsor, you need to tell your sponsor, okay? Tell your Yankee friend, I'm kidding, he needs to print the I-94. Chio Mad Davidson, thank you, Diego. No problem. No problem. So we got folks from Nigeria. We got Achur. Now he's from Algeria. We got GS from England. And anybody here from Thailand? Now, he's a Yankee drill sergeant. There you go. Perfect. Then he won't forget. But you got to remind him. I-94 for your K1 visa. If you don't include that in your K1 visa package, immigration will send you the dreaded RFE. Where's the I-94? And then when you're in England, when you get to when you get to Arizona, make a photocopy of your B2 visa and give a photocopy of your B2 visa and your British passport. Make a copy of your British passport, not the whole thing, the biographic page. Give it to your Yankee drill sergeant. Okay. Evelyn Irakoze. Hello, Diego. Quick question regarding divorce decrees. Ooh, I got one of those. Should my fiance provide a divorce certificate or should he bring several divorce decree pages? No. You need to bring everything. If your divorce decree is 10 pages, you bring 10 pages. If it's 5 pages, you bring 5 pages. If it's 20 pages, you bring 20 pages. My divorce decree was, I think, 11 pages. So I'll give Karina 11 pages. So, whatever the government gave your sponsor or whatever, that's what goes into the face of the immigration officer. GS, he drills me about, thank you from my heart. I'm going to be an American military wife. Oh yeah. When you get married, okay, after part of your process in that 90 days window, you get married in your 90 days. Make sure, GS, that you get on your new husband's TRICARE. He needs to take you to the military base, get you on his TRICARE. You don't need a social security number right away. If you don't have your social security number, it's no big deal. The military TRICARE officer will put you on the TRICARE so you have health insurance, okay? Then when you get your social security number, get your card, then you and your GI Yankee husband will then take another trip to the military base and give them a copy of your social security card. Now, when you get on the TRICARE health insurance, GS, make a copy of it that you have proof that you have health insurance and include that in the adjustment of status paperwork for your green card. That carries a ton of weight. Having health insurance is critical to getting a green card without even having a face-to-face interview with an immigration officer. Garvin, yo Diego, thanks for the shout out earlier this year. They got to April 2022 yet. Rooting for you and Karina. Yeah, Garvin, they're looking at the first week and the second week of April receipt dates. I've seen people getting approved from April 11th, April 12th. Primarily, though, I'm seeing April 1, April 2, April 3, right in there, 2022 receipt dates for NOA 1. So April is being looked at right now. GS. Wow, that's really interesting. You're funny. Jaffa Cakes and Marmite on their way. Marmite make me throw up. Marmite's like, ooh, who invented Marmite? Seriously. I mean, I love everything. I love all kinds of food. I love all kinds of food. Okay. I'll eat basically anything. I eat food in Egypt, which was good. Good food in Egypt. I'm eating corn cooked on the street in Alexandria, Egypt. But Marmite is the only thing I can't eat. I don't even know what it's made of. If you know, GS, what's Marmite made of? Do you know? I don't know. I was too scared to look on the label. Garvin, awesome. GS, good call, Garvin. Beanie Yao. Hopefully they'll get to April 20th, 2022 soon. Yeah, Beanie Yao. I think that probably towards the end of this month, beginning of June, towards the end of this month, you'll see April 20th receipt dates getting adjudicated. GS, Marmite is made of beef concentrate. Well, I don't know how long that beef has been concentrating for, but I can't eat it. It's like horrid. And people buy it. And then people buy that stuff. You know, I love everything about British food except for Marmite. Now, lemon curd, I can eat that out of the jar. Lemon curd is good. And Jaffa cakes, fish and chips. Okay, Amber Magtalas. Okay, your NOA one letter is April 18th, 2022. Karina and I, we too are April 18th, 2022, Ambin. So we're on the same timeline. And that means you're going to be in the range of around 7,000 plus. Now, I don't keep track of the range. To me, it's not important, but some folks keep track of the range. The only thing that ranges are good for are buffaloes. But here, that's my opinion. Mr. Rody 14, greetings, Diego. May I ask? I am only making $23K a year. If I have $5K in savings, will I qualify to bring my wife to the U.S.? If you are sponsoring one person, let me take a look. Okay, Mr. Rody, are you sponsoring one person? How many people are you sponsoring on $23,000? How many people? I need to know the answer to that question. Okay. If you are sponsoring two people, 125% of the poverty guidelines is $24,650. So $23,000 is like $1,600 short, $1,615 short. Okay. So you need to figure out how you can make up that difference or get a joint sponsor. Or if you're $1,650 short, okay, multiply $1,650 times 5. You got to have at least $8,250 in your savings account or checking account to make up the difference, okay? So one person. Okay, so that's a household size of 2 there, Mr. Rody 14. So you need to make, now, remember, the immigration officer at the embassy is looking for 100%, okay, 100% of the minimum income requirements, which is $19,720. So you will pass test, you will pass the muster for income at the embassy interview. But when you adjust your status, okay, you're going to have to be at $24,650. So you're going to need about $9,000 in your savings account. Or if you have that, and use your house if you want, or get a joint sponsor when you adjust the status. You'll need a joint sponsor, okay, unless you can make up that difference. Benny Yao, Diego, we need to host a live party once your April 18th is approved. You deserve a party from all of us. Okay, Benny, I'll go live when I get my NOA2 letter. I'll go live at 5 p.m. that day. Okay, like a surprise. Boom! Hey everybody, look what I got. Unless I got an RFE. Hey everybody, I got an RFE. Well, it means I got to kick back and wait for my RFE. Okay, so hopefully that doesn't get denied. I hope I didn't make any mistakes. But I'm good. I think I'm pretty good. I'm confident in the visa. Let's see. Benny, I agree 100%. So we're going to have when I get my NOA2 letter, I'll go live that day at 5 p.m. Okay. So that's a good idea. Then you all know how long it took me to get my K1 visa approved for Karina. Now, Karina, right now, she's at home and she's trying to figure out how to get some documents from Venezuela. We're going to need some certain documents from Venezuela so that she can leave Colombia. It's a nightmare, but My answer to nightmares is relax, look for the solution. Mr. Rody 14, thank you so much, Diego. Is there a way to tip or donate you? You don't have to do that, but there's like I believe there's like a super chat thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a super chat sticker you can punch. Hit the super chat sticker, and that's that's the way to do that. I don't know how this thing will. Remember, I'm new to YouTube, just like you guys, but I'm not new to the visa process. But yeah, there's a way to donate. You go to the super chat button wherever it is you're looking from, and then you put in a number, and and then you can send a super chat, and that would be great if you want to do that. Super chats work. Remember, all this information I'm giving you is going to save you headaches in the future. Lots of people keep making the same mistakes in their visa process, except for you guys. You guys are not going to make any mistakes because you're following the channel and you're getting everything, the correct information from me. Okay. Diego, do you have a Cash App or Venmo? No, I don't know what a Cash App is. I just used the super chat. It should be on your YouTube thing somewhere. I don't know where it is, but there's like a super chat, and then YouTube will pay me if you want to do that. I mean, I appreciate it. If you do that, I'll be grateful. Let's see. GS, hey Diego, I will have my medical and visa interview in London, in Grosvenor Square, unless I think they changed it. They've got a new location for the embassy now. Hey, Mr. Rody 14, super chat. Thank you, Mr. Rody. Now YouTube will pay me from you, Mr. Rody. Karina and I thank you so much. Thank you. Super chats really help cover the cost of all this production. Okay. And GS, hey Diego, I will have my medical and visa interview in London. Is there a way of doing both in a week rather than traveling twice? Now, it depends on how busy the doctor is, the civil surgeon. Number one, the civil surgeon must be approved by the embassy in London. Okay. So what I would do, here's what I would do. Go to the U.S. Embassy website in London, look for the doctors who are approved by the embassy. Give the doctor a call. He's probably a British doctor, not an American doctor, and say, hey, what's the appointment scheduling like for my K1 visa interview? And he will know. The doctor that works for the embassy knows the process, and he is paid by the embassy, and he is trusted by the embassy. So GS, go online, call up the U.S. Embassy website for London, look for the civil surgeon, and then there's going to be some phone numbers in there. Give them a call. And then you can find out if you can get it all done in like 2 nights, maybe. But here's the thing. GS, your medical interview, you're going to have to get it the day before your visa interview. What if there's an issue with your medical exam? What if the doctor says, GS, we need for you to go get this? Benny Yao, $10. Benny Yao, fantastic. What a fantastic super chat. You are the #1 super chat ever. And Mr. Rody 14, fantastic super chat. #2 in dollars. This really helps, guys. It makes me feel like you guys appreciate what I do. Although you don't have to do it, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. GS, listen up. Suck it up and make the 2 trips to London. I'm sorry, you're going to probably have to do that. Get the medical exam about a month before your visa interview, okay? Because the reason for that is, what if the doctor says, well, you're missing a vaccination, or we need this document from you, or we need that document from you. Give yourself plenty of time to complete the medical exam as required by the civil surgeon, so you don't have a RFE at the visa interview. All right. So just do it. Go twice. Go twice to London. On your first trip, go visit Madame Tussauds, and on your second trip, go to the Tower of London and take lots of pictures, because you're not going to see these beautiful sights again for a long time. Okay. Make a vacation out of it. Biddy Yao, I thank you so much for that $10 super chat. That's very generous of you. Very generous of you. Mr. Rody 14, thank you. That's $5 super chat, Mr. Rody 14. Very generous of you. Thank you so much. Okay, from the bottom of my heart. I can't. Karina probably can't see that, but I'm gonna tell her you got what you guys did. Okay, and she's right now. She's on my laptop in Bogota, at the kitchen table trying to figure out how to get these documents from Venezuela. You know, it's because she lives in Colombia. She lives in Colombia, but she's going to need a singleness letter, Carta de Soltera, which means it's a certification from the Venezuelan government that she's single, which is going to be probably a requirement for the embassy interview in Bogota. But she's going to probably have to go back to Venezuela to get it. You know, I got a feeling. So what I'll do is when I get the NOA2 letter, we'll have a big NOA2 super party here for you guys. And then I will wait a month and then fly back to Colombia, and I will accompany Karina. I will accompany her to the border of Venezuela. See, I'm not allowed to go to Venezuela. I'll get put in jail. Maduro doesn't like Americans, and so I don't want to go to jail. So I will accompany Karina to Venezuela. I'll get a hotel right on the frontier of Venezuela and Colombia. She'll head into Venezuela, get the documents, and then she'll head back to Colombia, and then I'll accompany her back. We'll fly back from Cucuta to Bogota. I'll just buy a plane ticket. So, you know, it's not easy. An immigration process is not easy. There's a lady who's in the United States whose fiance lives in Russia, and I'm trying to help her, trying to get her to understand that she can't send documents to Russia. She can't do it. He has to get out of Russian Federation now, and get to Poland. When he gets to Poland, then she can send him all the documents like the I-134 and all the stuff he needs for the embassy interview. I grab her by the collar and I say, "Look, come on, listen to me. Help him get out of Russia." Now, I got no problem with Russian people. I got no problem with the Ukrainian people. We love Russian people. It's the governments that are the problem. Okay? Look what it's causing. Look at the problems that it's causing. I can't go to Venezuela. This lady can't go to Russia. So we have to fix all these immigration problems from our own countries. And then Karina, she has to fix her document issue from Colombia. Woof. It's crazy. But that's okay. We get through it. Positivity, number one, right? Artur. GS, 2 weeks before you have interviews, the recommendation. Artur in Algeria, great, perfect. That's correct. Great big minds. OMG, yay, Mr. Diego. Finally, I'm at your live stream. Love from Lahore and Ohio. Beautiful Ohio and Lahore. Great big minds, thank you. You missed the super chats. You missed the Benny Yao sent me a big super chat, and Mr. Rody 14 also. You missed the excitement. Woo! Made my day. My heart went pitter-patter. But the bottom line, guys, is to get you guys well educated on this process without stressing. Don't stress it, okay? Don't let immigration stress you out. It'll make you sick. You know, it's just, the bottom line is just paperwork has to be in order. You got to understand the process. And Miss Beneficiary, wherever you are living, wherever you are watching in the world, wherever you are in the world watching this video, start planning to become an American. You know, there's a civics test that you can put on your cell phone. It's an app. I don't think I might have it on here. I'll make a video about it. But start planning to become an American, study the history of our country, the Constitution, study all that kind of stuff. Remember, in the United States, you got a First Amendment right to say what you want without fear of persecution from the government. To our friends in Iran, the young lady Iran lives in Tehran. Okay, she can't even go out the house without putting a veil on her face. For goodness sake, I mean, I respect the customs of other countries, but that's just borderline ridiculous. Seriously, You tell Karina she got to put a veil on to go outside. She'll laugh at you. Great Big Minds super chat is not available in my region. Oh, no problem. Great Big Minds, no, it's okay. I was just thanking Benny Yao and Mr. Ruddy 14. I mean, that was a generous thing they did right there. I was surprised totally, and thank you guys, thank you. And if you can't, you don't have to send anything, but it's appreciated. I'm basically giving up selling houses to get this YouTube channel together to make sure you guys don't have errors in your visas, in your visa processing. I can afford to do that, so it's not going to kill me, okay? And but the super chats really are. It just means that you guys care, and if you can't, you don't have to do that. So don't worry, Great Big Minds. We will help you continue. We will continue to help everybody. So K1 visa is the way to go. Your K1 visa gets approved, NOA2 in your hand. Then you relax, you kick back, and then you wait for the case number from the MVC. The MVC mails it to the embassy in your beneficiary's home country. And what I recommend you guys do is to put all this, get your NOA2 letter, divorce decrees, tax transcripts, everything, put it all together and fly. And then when you get your beneficiary's visa interview scheduled, fly to his or her country with all these documents, the original signed I-134, bring them to her or him, and that way you'll be at mind and you'll be at peace of mind knowing she has everything she's supposed to have. And then everything goes smoothly, and then you bring her back or him back to USA. Hamid, hi Hamid. Hi, Diego. My NOA2 is March 8th. Still no welcome letter. No, that's okay. My question is, when my fiance go to the interview, can she have a translator because she doesn't speak? Hold on a second, because she doesn't speak English. Which country, Hamid? And I'll tell you if she needs a translator or not. Tell me which country. And you're still in the waiting game. March 8th, March, April, May, June. March, April. So by the middle of June, first week of June, or the end of this month, you should hear something on your NOA2. Okay, Hamid, hang in there. So let me know which country. Morocco. Okay, in Morocco, the U.S. consulate speaks Moroccan. Okay, so you don't need a translator. She goes to the visa interview, and she'll have her interview in Moroccan. She'll speak Moroccan. You're good. Fabienne, please elaborate on the letter of intent. Okay, you wrote a letter of intent to get married is basically a legal document that says that you sign. The letter of intent to get married is when you file your K1 visa, you write a letter of intent to get married, and your beneficiary, he or she writes a letter of intent to get married in her language. Karina wrote hers in Spanish. I wrote mine in English. I got hers translated into English. We got it notarized in Bogota. In that letter, you must clearly state that, like I wrote, I'm an American citizen. Check. I promise to marry Karina in 90 days when she gets to the USA. Check. We have wedding plans in place. Check. We love each other dearly. Check. Okay. And then Karina wrote the same thing in her language. And then the second letter of intent to get married is the same thing, but closer to the time. So let's suppose your visa interview let's say it's December 1st. You're going to write a second letter of intent to get married, Mr. Sponsor, and your beneficiary will write a second letter of intent to get married, and it will be dated 2 weeks before the visa interview. I promise to marry my fiancée in 90 days when she gets to the USA. I'm an American citizen. I live at this address. We are still madly in love. We still want to get married. And your beneficiary will do the exact same thing. Then you have two letters of intent to get married. You bring them to the visa interview. She will bring them to, or he will bring them to the visa interview, and then that covers you. Okay, that covers you. Then that way the immigration officer will know you guys didn't get married. You're still legally free and able to marry each other. Include that statement in the second letter of intent to get married, or the first. I am legally free and able to marry Karina within 90 days of her arrival within the United States of America, and I promise to do so. I am a U.S. citizen. My name is. Dear USCIS. It's a legal document. It's basically a letter of singleness, but legalized. Let's see here. GS, I also flip properties. Oh, good job. Take some advice. Don't ever do an Airbnb. I will not do that. My client turned on the water flow and left my property. My water was metered. Oh my gosh. Woo! You must have got one heck of a water bill. I hope you found that guy and sued him. Get your money back. Send him to court. Let the British judge with the big wig decide on that one. No, I won't flip properties. I won't do that. Especially an Airbnb. You know, I'm just single homes, family homes, apartment complexes, things like that. And then we have, thank you, Mr. Diego. This is the best channel. Now, I love my friends in the Middle East, but I don't speak Farsi or Arabic. So you have your name in Arabic, and I'm sorry I don't know what it says. Forgive me. But thank you for the kind message. And we send our request. I send, and Karina sends her best wishes and respects to our friends in the beautiful Middle East, whatever country you live in. Saudi Arabia, Oman, United Arab Emirates, Lebanon. You got the Palestinian territories, Egypt, Israel. Everybody needs to get along, not fight each other, right? And we want you to come to the USA so you can start your lives here. Great big minds. Can you explain, once you get welcome letter, are we supposed to create an account on MVC, then submit this? Yeah, you create an online account. Exactly right. Okay, guys, I just got another super chat. Rafael Cordero just sent, I just think he just sent the biggest super chat ever in YouTube. $20. That's huge. Rafael Cordero, when I tell Karina about your super chat, okay, she's gonna want to thank you personally. Okay, Rafael, thank you so much. No, it's my pleasure to help you guys. I really want to help you. I've been through this mess before. Okay, I know how painful it is, you know, going through a divorce with a foreign national, sending her back to her home country. It's a nightmare. Okay, it was a nightmare. So please, when you get married, guys, stay together for eternity. Please. Rafael Cordero, thank you for that super chat. Number one. 2K GS, he was an Afghan immigrant. Well, doesn't matter if he was a German immigrant, French immigrant, unless he left England and went back to Afghanistan. People are bad all over the world. It's unfortunate. Great big minds. We owe you lots for your guidance, sir. Nah, you don't owe me anything, guys. I know that you want to be with your loved one. I know that feeling. I want Karina here in Florida with me. Okay, just like you guys want your loved ones to be with you here in the USA. And I had to make a decision. I said, let me give up my day job to put this channel together, because this is much more important than me selling a house. Okay, I'll make a bunch of money. Big deal. Okay, as long as I qualify for the income for Karina, I don't care about making a bunch of money. This is more important. I'm at an age where now I'm at retirement age, and it's time to give back. Give back. I remember years and years ago, I was out in California, and I met Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, I met him face to face at Gold's Gym, and he told me one day, he said, when you make it, Diego, you got to give back something. In his German accent, his Austrian accent, you must give back something. You become successful, you must give back. You must give back. So here I am, giving back something, my time and my knowledge, and it's a pleasure. Garvin, hey Diego, if you miss filing your income tax for a year, will that be bad when you get your tax transcript? Well, if you didn't file your taxes, it's going to show 0 on your tax transcript, Garvin. You need to get on the phone to the IRS and get your taxes filed, and then file for your tax transcript, my friend. Garvin, get your taxes filed, get it done, and then once it's filed and everything, you apologize to the IRS, okay? I apologize. I'm sorry. Get it done. Get it done. And then when the IRS confirms that your taxes have been filed, then file for your tax transcript. Okay? You promise you'll do that for me. All right, sure. I'll be back. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Yeah, I met him in California. He was working out in the gym. Just working out, walking around the gym, messing with people, poking people. Hey, yes, you'll put more weight on there. You're weakling, more weight. And we had a chat. And it was good. About 10 minutes. He told me when I get done with my military career, when I get done with whatever I do, when I get to this point in my life, you must give something back. And here I am, giving something back to you guys. My knowledge right here. Rafael Cordero, you have helped me a lot. I'm grateful because I found your channel when I was looking for Colombian K1 process. Rafael Cordero, I will help you any way I can, my friend. Whatever I can do to help you get through this process, I will help you, okay? You can do this. You can meet the woman of your dreams, the man of your dreams, in whatever country, whether it's in Egypt, Algeria, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Colombia, even Venezuela. I met the love of my life, and she's from Venezuela. And everybody's saying to me, "Oh, it's impossible. You can't. She's Venezuelan." So what? She's a. It doesn't matter what country. If you love each other, you're going to find a way. And I'm going to help you guys find a way. If you don't know the answer to something, I probably do. And I will find a way for you and help clear a path. And then you do all the legwork, and I'll give you the knowledge. GS says, good luck, dear Rafael. Everybody give Rafael a high five. We're going to help him through this, okay? And Colombia, too. The Colombian K1 process is just like any country, Rafael. It's just paperwork. And if you're not quite sure what to do, you just message me and I'll help you. Great big minds. Sir, can you tell me in medical exam what tests they take and from where we find that physicians? Okay, it's a very simple medical exam. If you are a female beneficiary, now I'm not going to be gross or anything, but this is just facts. If you are a female beneficiary, okay, and let's suppose you're on your menstrual cycle when you have your medical exam, it doesn't matter. The doctor's not going to be checking down there, okay? It's just he's going to review your medical documents from your past doctor. He's going to ask you questions. He's going to look in your ears, look in your throat, and it's a simple physical. It's nothing intrusive. It's not an intrusive exam, okay? So, the medical exams it's easy. Just bring with you, Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary, your past medical history so the doc can look at it. And then from there, bring your vaccination documents, prove you got vaccinated. You only need one shot. Now, I'm not a doctor, but you only need one shot for your COVID now. And hopefully that COVID vaccination goes away completely. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I support being vaccinated, but to me, just follow what the rules are. Nikau Moda. Diego, can fiance visit on a tourist visa while K1 pending? Sure. If you are wanting to come to the USA as a tourist, you'll get what's known as a B2 tourist visa. Okay. Now, it's very important that you tell the immigration officer here's what you do. You schedule your tourist visa interview at the embassy, B2. You're going to fill out a DS-160, pay the visa fee, get an appointment, and you're going to go in front of your immigration officer, and then you tell him or her, sir, I am in the middle of a K1 visa process, but I would like a B2 tourist visa to go spend time with my fiance. Be absolutely, totally honest with the immigration officer, and you'll be just fine, unless the immigration officer is just a total jerk. You never know, but you are allowed by law to visit the USA while you're pending a K1 visa. Excuse me, I got allergies today, guys. Artur, Is it true that COVID requirements goes away completely? Not yet. They haven't gone away. Right now, you require 1 dose. Okay, right now. American citizens don't need a COVID vaccination. I was at the airport in Bogota, Colombia, in line to get on my American Airlines flight to Miami. And the person in front of me was from Colombia. The person behind me was from Colombia. And they had to prove their COVID vaccination status. And then I showed my passport was US. I didn't have to. I'm thinking, I'm like, what? So I'm pretty sure, now I can't speak for the President of the United States, but I'm pretty sure that requirement will go away. But we must support the law and support what they want, and we follow the rules. If it's required, we support it. We'll take care of it. Great big minds. I had my first dose of COVID, which was COVID, but I got CanSino later on. Found out it's not approved by World Health Organization in the USA. Then I got a Pfizer booster, which is approved. Yeah, if you're now watch my video, Great Big Minds. Watch my video on the COVID vaccination requirement. I just made it. God, my nose. I just made it. Watch that video, and that will tell you what is approved or not. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a civil surgeon. Okay, but I'm taking information directly from USCIS. So I'm basically making videos on their rules and on their guidelines, so that you guys don't have to dig through all that paperwork to find out. Because I have done that already once on my first K-1 visa, so I now know exactly where to go to find information. I don't have to take a PhD class in immigration. I already know. So I can find the answers for you right away. Great Big Minds. Yes, sir. I saved it to watch later. I'll watch it right after your stream. Okay, yeah, watch that video, and then you'll have all the information that you need, okay? And hopefully President Biden makes some decisions on it. He has the power to do that. I remember I was in Bogota, Colombia with Karina. I got off the plane, and then the next day, the rules changed for COVID. I didn't have to have a negative COVID test to get on a plane to fly to the USA. I landed in Bogota. The next day, that rule changed where I had to get a negative COVID test in order to fly back home. I'm like, where in the heck do I get a negative COVID test in Bogota? What do I do? I'm stuck. I thought I was trapped in Colombia. Karina, college degreed, educated, cool as a cucumber. She found out right away, well, we're going to go to this medical center right here, and they will do it for you. It costs $58 US, pay on your credit card. And then I said, but I got to have it within 24 hours, the result in 24 hours. And then we went down to the medical center. Colcan is the name of it in Bogota. They stuck the thing up my nose. And then 12 hours later, I had my negative COVID test come to me in an email. And then the next day was the next day was my flight back to Miami. And you know what? They didn't even ask me for it. When I got to Miami, they couldn't care less. They're like, come on, welcome back. Anyway, so Great Big Minds. Yeah, watch that video. It will help you. Okay, it will help you. And, you guys are great. Like I said, if you got questions, let me know. I'll answer your questions quicker than USCIS can answer your questions. Trust me. Leave those guys alone. Let them process visas, and I'll answer your questions. You're my family of K-1 visa persons, and I'm here for you all around the world. I don't care what country you're in. Okay, you guys are coming to America, and I'm going to help you get here. Okay, Great Big Minds. Yes, so I say, okay, Great Big Minds. So after how long of getting NOA2 you think we should email NVC? After 60 days. Great Big Minds. Wait, give them 60 days. Give USCIS and the NVC at least 60 days to get all that processed for your case number. Do this. Get your NOA2. You do this. You kick back and watch YouTube or go out to a restaurant. Enjoy life and relax and wait it out. Patience, patience, patience. Great Big Minds. That's true. You surely do answer us. It's been a great help. Well, yeah, I want to help you. I know how it is. I know how you guys feel. Okay. Answer faster than USCIS. Oh, yeah, I can do. Leave the USCIS folks alone. Lots of people calling. What's the status of my visa? Well, did you get your NOA-1 letter? Yeah. And only 6 months has passed. Come on, you know. So that person had to take a phone call instead of approving a visa for you guys. Sheena Anderson. Sheena, didn't you just got your NOA-2 approved, right? I remember. Sheena, watching us from Maryland, and your fiance is in Dubai. Beautiful Dubai. Dubai is a beautiful country. The skyscrapers, the infrastructure, the roads, everything is so modern. Dubai is beautiful. I want to take Karina there for a vacation. I want to take her to Egypt too and see the pyramids. We'll go to, and explore Alexandria. Egypt's a beautiful country. I've been to Egypt 4 times. 4 times. It's beautiful. And the food, I went out into the desert on a camel and ate this big lunch in a tent with belly dancers. Who can beat that? It was great. I want to visit Holland too, Netherlands again. And Artur, that's why they made the waiting time 16.5 months, because they tired of the calls. You got it. When they made it 16.5 months, they basically blocked everybody from calling them so they can concentrate on getting visas processed. And now visas are getting processed in how long? 13 months, 14 months. Sheena, hi Diego, can my fiance take a copy of the NOA-2 or does he need the original? Just a copy, Sheena. Just need a copy. Make a photocopy, take it to Office Depot, upload it in an email to your computer, and email it to him in Dubai. All right, unless you have that capability at your job, where you work, or at your house. See, now I got to go to the UPS store to upload stuff, because I got a printer here, but I don't have that email upload capability. Dubai is very beautiful. Yes, Sheena, it's a beautiful country. I know. Karina loves Dubai also. She's never been there. We're going to make it. We're going to make the travels. I've learned so much about all these different countries. We want to go explore them. But first, she needs to get her K-1 visa, and then a USA. Then we get married, and then the green card, and all that kind of stuff. You know this. You know the drill. Great big mind, sir. Does the NVC website show you to pay the fee online? Because of some of my country, other categories, fee of DS-160 gets submitted through a bank. Yeah, what will happen, Great Big Minds, is you'll get an email from the NVC. And in that email, you're going to open it up, and it's going to give you specific directions, because each country is different, okay? So, for example, you're in Pakistan. In Pakistan, then you may have to go to the embassy to pay the visa fee in person. Or you may have to go to a bank that's authorized by the embassy. So you go to a bank authorized by the embassy, you pay the visa fee, you get the MERV receipt, that's your receipt, keep the receipt after you pay the visa fee, and then you will be given access to the DS-160, just like a tourist visa. A K-1 visa and a B-2 visa process are the same, except your beneficiary is not returning back to his or her home country. You guys are going to get married and start your lives over in the USA. And then in the future, once you get married and have some kids, then you're going to go back to your beneficiary's country and visit with friends and family. But Great Big Minds, when you just wait for the NVC letter, and then they will give you explicit directions on how to open up a SIAC account where you can pay your visa fee, file the DS-160, and schedule the interview. It's easy peasy, guys. It's easy. Now, if you're going through a CR1 spousal visa, that's a nightmare. At the NVC level, woof, no way I want to go through that again. In Pakistan, yeah, Great Big Minds, Pakistan, beautiful Pakistan. We love Pakistan. So either it's the bank or the paying embassy will the email guide us. Yeah, the email will guide you exactly. Every embassy, the embassy in Georgia Republic is different from the embassy in Colombia. In Colombia, what I think I have to do is Karina will just go pay the visa fee at a bank. Like this bank, go to this bank in Bogota, pay the visa fee. Here's the account number. Here's the routing number. Pay to this account. She pays. They give her a receipt. She's got the receipt, and then she can go in and schedule her interview. I'll schedule it. We'll both try. I'll probably be with her anyway. And on top of that, we got you for the guidance. No, yeah, I'll help you. I'll guide you through it. It's easy. It's not hard. Immigration attorneys make it hard. Immigration makes it hard, but I've been through it and it's not hard. It's just a mental game. It's just here. Everything's up here. I have worries too. I'm like, man, did I do this right? Did I do that right? I wake up at 2:00 in the morning. Man, did I do that? And I'm like, Diego, go to sleep. Relax. Just relax. I will help all of you get through this. If you have a question, message me. I get it right here on my phone. Like they're right there. You see them? And then if I happen to be awake, it's 2:00 in the morning and I'm just bored, I'll respond to you at 2:00 in the morning. Because there's a lot of folks that live in the Philippines, South Africa, Singapore, those folks, Iran, those folks are going to bed, are in bed or going to bed right now. The Philippines, especially, different time zone. So I'm up in the middle of the night and I'll answer your questions. It's no problem. And I like to do it. And tell us, share your success stories with us. Once you get your visa interview scheduled and etc., share. When I do a live chat, come on and explain how you did it, and then everybody can see it's no big deal. Right now, you don't know what it is. You're in the unknown. You're in a maze. You're going through this maze. And you don't know what's behind each turn. But eventually, you're going to come out of the maze, and you're going to go, hey, it wasn't so bad after all. So yeah, I'll be here for you, great big minds, and our friends in Pakistan. Hello, everybody in Pakistan. We are here for you. Nigeria, Ghana, Peru. We got like 140 plus countries that I'm helping folks in. I don't care what country you're in. Okay, you're all most welcome in the U.S. of A. We welcome everybody. We want you to succeed when you get here. Start planning a business. Miss Beneficiary, are you good at certain things? Maybe you want to start a business here in the US of A. Become a millionaire in 2 years. Arnold Schwarzenegger became a millionaire in 2 years. He came to the United States from Graz, Austria, bodybuilder, but he started a construction company. He created a construction company, and within 2 years, he was building, and he was a millionaire. He didn't become a millionaire from being a bodybuilder. He became a millionaire by starting a business. And then he went to college and got his degree in business management in California. I can't remember which college he went to. And then he's successful as a bodybuilder. Then he went into Hollywood and made millions of dollars as a movie star. Only in America can you do that. He went from being dirt poor, living in a little shack in Austria, to owning mansions all over Southern California. The opportunity is here for you guys. You just got to work hard and be positive and do what you can do. Be the best that you can be. So everybody's doing good, right? No stress. You're not stressing it. If you get stressed out, you send me a message. If you got questions, send me a message. K1 Visa. Hi, Diego. Jenny Brielle. Hi, Diego. In a Facebook group that I'm in, they said you can't have a YouTube channel once you arrive in the U.S. because of the work permit. That is absolutely not true. That is false, Jenny Brielle. Now, here's the thing with a YouTube channel. If you set up a YouTube channel in the USA, set it up. I think what they're talking about is the tax implications, okay? The tax implications. You got to have a social security number in order to fill out a W-9 so that you can do the tax, so you can pay taxes. But what you could do is get an ITN number, which is a temporary tax. So once you get an ITN number, then you can set up a YouTube channel. Or once you get your social security number, then you can set up a YouTube channel. So yeah, you can set up a YouTube channel once you get in the USA. You don't have to have a work permit to have a YouTube channel. You have to have a social security number or an ITN number. When you get to America and you get married, you're going to apply for your green card and your social security card. You can get your YouTube channel figured out and wait for your social security number. Or you can call the IRS and see if you can get an ITN number, which is a temporary number which you can use to give to YouTube. Yeah, you can start a YouTube channel. There's ways around it. Get an ITN number while you wait for your Social Security card. Or just wait till you get your Social Security card and then open up a YouTube channel. Don't need a work permit. Great big minds. So the first thing you got to do once you get welcome letter is creating an online account and filing the DS-160. Once it's filed, can we do the medical first and then schedule the interview? Okay, great big minds. Here's what you do. You get your MVC welcome letter from the MVC. You got to wait for the ready letter, the ready status. You got your online account created from the case number. Create an online account from the case number, and then you're going to wait for the ready status. You're going to log in every day looking for your ready status. When the embassy sends the ready status, then you can pay your visa fee, do the DS-160, and schedule the interview. I recommend you schedule the visa interview first and then schedule your medical interview. Okay? Remember, if you get your medical exam done first and 6 months goes by, let's suppose there's a longer lead time, there's a longer wait time for your visa interview, and you get your medical exam done first, and the medical exam will expire in 6 months. So let's suppose you get your medical exam done, it's in your hand in the sealed envelope, and then 7 months passes before you can get your visa interview. Your medical exam is expired. Then you have to do the medical exam over again and pay more money. Get the visa interview scheduled first. Pay the visa fee, fill out the DS-160, get the visa interview scheduled. Once you know when your visa interview is scheduled, then you go and schedule the medical exam. So everything falls into place within that 6-month window. Okay, great big minds, you got it? Do you understand that? Johnny Brielle, you can open up a YouTube channel once you get in the USA. You're just going to have an ITN number, or just wait until you get your Social Security card. Great big minds. Got it. All right, my friend. Don't overthink this. Nolly Checker. Hi, Diego. How long will the K-1 visa process last from beginning to end? Here's what I tell everybody. Take 2 years. Now, this is COVID. Just to pretend we're all still in this COVID nightmare, okay? You take 2 years. In that 24-month window, you're going to get your NOA-1 to the K-1 visa in your passport. 24 months is the max you're going to wait, unless you're like waiting for Mexico. Sometimes it was taking longer in Mexico, but now it's not. So let's take 24 months is the maximum you're going to wait. But starting in October 2023, that's fiscal year 2024 for USCIS, I will bring that number down to 15 months. So let's say, for argument's sake, we're so close to October, from NOA-1 to NOA-2, right now, if you were to file your K-1 visa today, it will take 15 months, okay? Johnny Brielle, thank you. No problem, Johnny. Start your YouTube channel. Go for it. Just get you an ITN number, or just wait for your Social Security card. It's no problem. Sheena Anderson, Diego, you are the best. We appreciate your help with this process because this is a lot of work. Yes, honestly, it's a lot of work, but the result is, if I can help, one person or 1,000 persons get into the USA legally and start your lives, then it's all worth it. It's all worth it to me, because I know that this country, the United States of America, was made by immigrants. Okay, it was created by immigrants. You guys are going to be the next generation of people that make this country great, that create jobs, create businesses, become entrepreneurs, start families. Your kids will be born in the USA. They'll become Americans right off the bat. Okay? So, if I can help you guys, I'm here. I know that you are a huge benefit to this country. And you want to be with your loved ones. You miss your loved ones. Great big minds. On Google, it says after week 8 or 8 days, call MVC to get MTL number that is assigned to you. No. When you get your MVC letter, welcome letter, it's going to take 2 weeks to 3 months. So kick back for 2 weeks to 3 months. the MTL, don't worry about it. You need a case number. That's the same thing. Eric, Diego, you're so close to your approval letter. Mine is June 17th. Hey, Eric. Okay, Eric EL, you're June 17th. So you should be hearing from USCIS probably next month. Next month, July at the latest. Unless they send you an RFE, okay, because you forgot something. Don't panic if you get an RFE. An RFE is not a denial. An RFE is, oops, you forgot this. Please submit it so we can continue to approve your visa. That's all it is. Request for further evidence. Great big minds. All right, sir, I got it. Got me confused. But no, don't ignore MTL. Don't look at that stuff. Don't overthink it. NVC sends you the welcome letter. Read the instructions. Instructions will tell you what to do. And if you get stuck, you message me. You can't call me, but you can message me, and I'll respond. And I'll guide you through it. All right. I am right now guiding this guy out of Russia into Poland. I'm just trying to get the sponsor to listen to me. He's all in. He needs a Schengen visa. He needs this. He's got to do this. He's got to do that. And then she's telling me, well, I can't send him his I-134. He's in Russia. No, you can't send it to him in Russia. There's no planes flying to Russia from the USA. You got to get him to Poland. Okay. Huda, hey Diego, what are the updates about April cases? Okay, update on April cases. I actually got them all in my phone. And if you want, I can make a video about it. But I'll tell you guys right now, April 1st through April 11th, 2022, NOA 1 letters, those folks are getting their NOA 2 letters. Okay? So April 1st to April 11th. Now, my NOA 1 letter is April 18th. So I might see somebody, I might get an NOA 2 letter in 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I'm just doing this. I'm waiting for my NOA 2. It will get here when it gets here. Okay? I'm going to let immigration do their job, and I'm not going to stress it. So April cases are being looked at, April 1 through April 11th. Eric, I hired an immigration lawyer, so hopefully no RFEs. Well, I hope now you've taken yourself out of the loop. So when immigration has an RFE, if they do, they're not going to contact you, my friend. They're going to contact your attorney. So you better make sure that he or she is not going to drop the ball, checks the mail, and doesn't go on vacation during your K1 visa process. Janny Brielle, I'm May 2022, very excited, but also patient. Oh, you're close, Janny Brielle. June or July of this year, June next month, maybe July. You're close. Marianne, hi Diego, NOA 1, March 13th, 2023. When do you think we'll receive NOA 2? Okay, I would say right now, as of today, May 3rd, 2023, you will be hearing from USCIS in March, the middle of March, 2024. Give yourself a 1-year window, okay? 1-year window. It's probably going to be 9 to 10 months, but I'm going to say 1 year for right now. Great big minds after getting, ma'am, Karina, there are you looking forward to become a K1 visa experience paid guideline? I don't get paid to do this, guys. Well, you send me super chats. I guess technically I do. And the super chats are your heart to me. And thank you for those. I appreciate it. Most thank you for those super chats, guys, today. You guys are generous, okay? But I'm not ever going to work this as a paid person. No, I will help people for free. Now, if YouTube want to pay me or through these super chats and stuff, that's a little bit of money. I'll take it, but I'm not going to become a full-time paid employee guiding visas. I can't do that. I'm going to do it for free. Number one, I just get a little irritated when I see companies that say that they'll get your visa here rapidly. There's no such thing as a rapid visa. It's impossible. And then there's people that say, the companies that, I'm not bashing the companies, but when somebody pays $400, $500 to help them fill out a form that's 13 pages long and put together a visa package, which I can help you guys do for free, I get a little annoyed. So I put the channel together. And, for the rapid mistakes. You're right. If you got the super chats, my friends, I will collect them all. And what I'll do with all the super chats, here's what I do with the super chats. I'll collect them all. When I cash them out, I'll keep them. I'll cash them out and cash them out, and then I'll take them to Colombia and maybe help somebody in Colombia, help a little kid. You know, give a little kid some money for candy. That's what I'll do. I'll donate it to a family in Colombia that needs help. Great big minds. You are really our K1 visa hero, which helped us whenever we was confused and desperate. It's a very big thing, sir. Not many people care enough, but you are indeed a great person to help everyone out. Great big minds. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger was my mentor. He told me 30 years ago, if you ever make it big in the USA, Diego, you must give something back. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Okay, guys, come on. Hit me with some questions. Hit me with some questions. I want to get you guys relaxed, okay? I want your minds to be calm. I want you just to calm down. Don't stress this out. It's not a difficult process. It's just it's a technical process, you know. It's a matter of dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Sheena Anderson, everyone that's waiting for their approval, you truly have to sit back and relax and live your life. Yes, yes, ma'am. Enjoy your relationship with your fiance. Yes, ma'am. Keep yourself busy. Yes, ma'am. Very, very important to stay busy and have faith. Karina is in Colombia. She doesn't have to work, guys. I can easily support Karina and my house here, her house and my house here, easily. But she works because, number one, she's not a lazy person. And number two, it keeps her busy. Her days pass so quickly because she's constantly busy working. Okay? So she's making her money. That goes to her. She can send it, give it to her mom if she wants in Venezuela. It doesn't matter. But you got to stay busy. If you just sit around the house, moping around the house, counting days, you're going to lose your mind. If you put one of those apps on your phone where you keep track of your case, check it once every 2 weeks, not every day. Keep yourself calm and relaxed, okay, guys? Great big minds. Jason Mabry, how long are the medical exams and police reports good for? Police reports are good for 2 years, and the medical exam is good for 6 months. The U.S. State Department said that the police certificates are good for 2 years from the day of issue. Now, I keep checking back with immigration to make sure they don't change stuff. You know, they could change their mind. Today, we're going to do this. But right now, you're good. 2 years for police certificates and 6 months for the medical exam. Okay, great big minds. When we get interviewed, does the counselor right ahead approve us and give us our passport? Is it sent to an address we provide, and we provide address again at that moment? Here's what you do, great big minds. When you are scheduling your visa interview for your beneficiary, it's going to ask you, where do you want to pick up your passport? Online. It's going to say, what address, what street, what location do you want to pick up your passport? So you say, okay, well, this is close to my beneficiary's house. I'll use this address right here for the courier pickup. Same for me in Colombia, Bogota. When Karina gets her visa approved, I'm going to go online and look for an address. Okay, right here is close to our apartment. That's where we'll pick up our K1 visa in her passport, in her Venezuelan passport. So so you schedule it online. Now that is for Bogota, Colombia. For your country, as a Pakistan, I think so. You will be given directions in the NVC letter what to do. Then you go to your visa interview. Your beneficiary goes to the visa interview, and you will be told that within 10 minutes or 15 minutes whether you passed or failed the test. Everybody here is going to pass the test. Now, I'm not worried about you guys, but some people mess it up. You know, the immigration officer will say, when was your engagement party? I don't remember. Who came to your engagement party? I don't remember. When did you first meet each other face to face? I don't remember. If you take that attitude with the immigration officer, you're done. Phew, forget about it. But if you do this, when did you first meet each other face to face? Oh, it was a fantastic day. Oh, I was so excited. It was so beautiful of a moment. I just can't remember the day. I'm so nervous right now being here. If you can't remember, say I don't remember. Okay, I'll make a video on the embassy interview. So you get your embassy interview, you give the consular officer your passport, he takes it or she takes it, and your passport will be gone for about 10 days to 2 weeks. So you got to wait for the visa to get embossed in your passport, and then you will get an email saying your visa is ready for pickup, and then you go to that address that you scheduled on the visa interview on the website. You go to that address and you get your passport, and you open up a little letter, and there it is. And then that piece of gold that's in there is called a K1 visa, and it's good for 6 months. Let's see here. Raphael is numero uno in super chats, ladies and gentlemen. Give Raphael a high five. Okay, Raphael, after getting married, what document does my fiance have to show at the airport to travel within the USA and Puerto Rico? Do they give her a document, or how does that work? After getting married, what document does my fiance show at the airport to travel within? She shows her passport. She can show her passport, because in her passport is a K2 visa that shows such. And then that right there is legal entry into the United States. Okay? Just a passport. Then you're going to wait for the green card. You can't get a driver's license probably until you get your social security number. And if you really got to have a driver's license, you could probably get an ITN number, which then can be used. But just show the passport, or you got to have ID. It will probably be her passport to travel within the United States because of this new ID. What's it called? There's a rule in place where you have to have your driver's license specifically identified as real ID. Real ID. The passport qualifies as real ID. So just show the passport to travel within the USA. Don't leave America. Okay? EA, true, you are big help. Rapid visa agencies are much expensive. Oh, yeah. And so of their mock interview, which cost $200 for a mock interview, I'll do a mock interview right here for free. $0, guys. And I'll get you through the visa interview. Okay? And saying you are good to have your visa, it only depends on how good you prepare. How prepared are you? Karina knows my brother's name. She knows my first, middle, and last name. She knows my date of birth. She knows where I was born. She knows where I was born. She knows my mom's name, her middle name, her maiden name. She knows my dad's name. She knows where my dad lives. My dad lives in Chiang Mai, Thailand. He married a Thai lady. Okay, he didn't want to go through all this immigration baloney, so he moved to Thailand. So he's in Thailand. Your beneficiary better know everything about you. Everything. How much money do you make? How much money do you make? I'm the counselor. I'm the immigration officer, and your beneficiary, you are right there sitting in your chair. How much money does your sponsor make? Where does he work? How long has he been working for this company? Has he ever been unemployed? Okay. Has he ever been married before? I see you have a divorce decree here from your sponsor. What was his ex-wife's name? Why did they divorce? Did you know they had a divorce? Does he have any kids? Be ready for that stuff, okay? So you better know everything about your sponsor. Miss Beneficiary, young lady sitting in the chair here in Nigeria, or wherever you are in the world, you better know everything about your future husband. Divorces, job, family, where you guys live. I'm an immigration officer, okay? Miss Beneficiary, what address are you going to live at when you get to the United States? Where are you going to live? What's the address? Now, you should know that. It's in the I-129F. So now you know why I gave Karina a copy of the I-129F. She's going to study that form, and she's going to remember. She knows where she lives, but you use that information to prepare you for the immigration interview. I'll make a video. Let's see what else we got here. Jason Mabray. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Is the B2 and K1 interviews two separate interviews? Yep. The B2 interview is for vacation, and the K1 visa is an interview to relocate to the United States. Two separate interviews, totally different. And if you are in a K1 visa process and you're sitting in front of an immigration officer for a B2 interview, you best make sure your beneficiary tells the immigration officer that she or he is in a K1 visa process and she's just going to visit you in the USA for vacation. Just for a vacation, and she's going to promise and swear she's going to return back to her home country after the vacation. Great big minds. Nolly Checker, Nolly. What can I provide as proof of engagement? What if we don't have an engagement party? Well, if you're going to be on a K1 visa, you got to be engaged. Okay. Now there's some companies. Oh no, you don't have to be engaged. No, you don't have to be engaged. No, yes, you do. If you don't have an engagement party, Don, have you filed your K1 visa already? If you've already filed your K1 visa, okay, with no information in there proving that you guys are engaged, there's no copy of the engagement ring, there's no receipt for an engagement ring. The letter of intent to get married is strong evidence that you guys are going to get married. But what I would do is start planning your wedding. Stop planning it, even though you don't know when you can have the wedding. Get all the evidence together that you have a wedding planned. And then if you get an RFE, there's no proof of an engagement here. You have all these emails to the clerk of the court. You have all these emails to the wedding officiant that you are planning a wedding. Dear wedding officiant, I'm in a K1 visa process. I don't know the day or the month that we're going to get married, but we're going to get married. We would like you to be our wedding officiant, and please stand by and be ready for that. And then he or she will return an email back to you and say, okay, no problem. I look forward to that happening. Print those emails. So if you don't have any proof of engagement, you've got proof of wedding plans. And then if you get an RFE, where's your engagement? Well, I'm sorry, I don't have that information, but here are my wedding plans. Buy some wedding invitations at Target. Keep the receipt, put it ready. Get it all ready for an RFE. Let's see. Proof of engagement would be an engagement ring. I bought Karina an engagement ring here in Florida, took it to Colombia, and I kept the receipt. I took a picture of it on her finger when we got engaged on December 1st, 2021. And then I posted our engagement on Facebook publicly. So if you go to my Facebook page, you can see that I'm engaged to Karina on December 1st, 2021. I printed that and included it in the K1 visa package. Facebook is a great place to show an engagement, proof of evidence for an engagement. It's got to be public so immigration can read it. Nolly Checker, can I apply for a visitor visa while waiting for a K1 visa? Yes, you can. Absolutely, Nolly. But when you go in front of the immigration officer for your B2 tourist visa interview, you better make sure you tell him or her that you are in the middle of a K1 visa process. You got to be upfront, okay? Then that immigration officer will write in the computer, Nolly was fully disclosed to me that she's in a K1 visa process. She has promised me that she's going to return back to his or her home country after the vacation. Immigration are sick and tired of all the immigration fraud. So that's why there's all these policies in place that's driving us crazy because of the fraud. But you guys are doing it the right way. Rafael Cordero, thanks for the answer. I want to travel with her within the USA while waiting for the green card and also introduce her to my family in Puerto Rico. Now, make sure if you leave the United States to go to Puerto Rico, Rafael, call Border Patrol and Immigration before you book that flight and make sure that it's fine. I know Puerto Rico is part of the United States and it's probably no problem at all, my friend, but cover your tail. Call the Border Patrol, Immigration, U.S. Border Patrol and Customs and say, because those are the guys that control people in and out of the country, and ask them, is it okay if your new wife travels with you to Puerto Rico with her foreign passport? Make sure first, because immigration just love changing the rules And I'm on top of it for you guys. I let you guys know right away when they do that, but just make sure you cover yourself. EA, in our case, we do not have our engagement, but we have our commitment ring, which we believe and pray to be our promise to God that we'll get married in God's grace. Perfect, EA. Beautiful. Beautiful. But immigration needs to know that. And you got to show evidence to immigration. Recon RV. I love Recon RV. That name is great. I love it. NOA 131, March 31, still waiting. Should be in the following weeks. I know, Recon RV, I will predict that you will probably hear from USCIS in the next 2 weeks. Great big mind. Sir, my fiance is from Ohio. Does she need to send her birth certificate of her passport and driving license is enough? Because her birth certificate is hard to find at the moment. She's going to need her birth certificate, a copy of it. Got to find it, okay? Some immigration officers are good with just the passport to show U.S. citizenship. U.S. citizenship has to be proven either with a passport, birth certificate, or a passport and a naturalization certificate, all right? She needs to find her passport. Got to find the birth certificate. Got to order one, get one. Go to the records department and wherever it is and get a birth certificate. So, and driver's license is good, but you got to get the birth certificate. Great big minds. Jason Mabry, my question was, is the approved K-1 visa enough to come to the USA or the B-2 visa also required to move to the USA? No. If you, let me explain to you. Let's suppose my fiance is Karina Martinez, beautiful Karina, the love of my life. If she, let's say she goes online and applies for a tourist visa to the United States because she's sick and tired of waiting for a K-1 visa. If her K-1 visa gets approved, she's going to take the K-1 visa, go to the interview, come to the USA. So the B-2 visa is going to take 500 days. 450 days just for a tourist visa. Okay. So let me read that again. I want to read that again. The K-1 visa is good enough. You don't need the B-2 visa, tourist visa. No. If your fiance gets her K-1 visa, don't even worry about the B-2 visa. It's irrelevant. What you have, here's your beneficiary's passport. Right here is her K-1 visa. She will show that to the Border Patrol officer in the United States, and she comes into the USA. Doesn't need the B-2 visa. Don't need it. Karina is just waiting for her K-1 visa. She's not even going to apply for a tourist visa. It's irrelevant. Did that answer your question, Jason? Did it help you? Yeah, you're 200 days into your K-1 visa process. If you can get her tourist visa and she can come here on vacation, you can do it. But she has to come back to her home country and then continue waiting for the K-1 visa. She can't stay on a B-2. Nolly Checker, thank you so much. You're welcome, Nolly. Thank you. Rafael Cordero, no problem, Rafael. Rafael, today, your homework, or tomorrow, your homework is to call the Border Patrol, Google Border Patrol and then call them and ask them, can my wife travel to Puerto Rico on her foreign passport without a green card? Ask that question. Great big mind. So we don't have hotel receipts or dinner bill receipt or ring receipts, but we got pictures of them. Yeah, if you have pictures of it, that's fine. No, you're fine. If you get an RFE, you get an RFE. Here's what I do. Start planning your wedding, guys. Start planning for your wedding and get the evidence. Email the wedding officiant. Email your pastor. Email your if you're Muslim, Jewish, Christian, it doesn't matter. Contact those people who are going to give, or you're going to do it in a courthouse. Doesn't matter. What you need is evidence that you guys are planning your wedding. Get the emails and print them. Whoa, I got all these emails planning my wedding. If you get an RFE, you don't have any wedding plans. You don't have an engagement. Where is it? You have all that evidence ready to submit in your RFE. Here are my wedding plans. Go buy some wedding invitations. Keep the receipt. Go on Facebook and make sure if you are connected to your fiance in Facebook that your relationship status is engaged, not married. Oh, excuse me, not single. Guys, if you have a Facebook page and your status says you are interested in other women, get rid of that. You better be engaged to your sweetheart, and that should be it. And then print that. Okay? Jason, thank you for clearing that up for me. No problem, Jason. It's no problem. Just wait on the K1 visa. You're at 200 days. You got another 150 days to go, maybe more. But just be patient, okay? Just follow the channel, and we'll get you through it. We'll get you through it. Raphael, we'll do that. I know that the TSA there is there, but they change rules all the time. Yeah, TSA is there, but they change the rules on everybody. Take your shoes off. Don't take your shoes off. Oh, you got to take your jacket off. Take your belt off. Just call them and I would email them. Email the Border Patrol and say, can my wife travel to Puerto Rico on a foreign passport with a K1 visa status? But you guys are married. Email them. Get it in writing. And then print the email. Border Patrol will respond, yes, Raphael, you can travel to Puerto Rico with a foreign passport, married while you wait for your beneficiary's green card. Get them to respond to that. Okay? Get them to respond to that in writing, and then print that with you. And then if you go on vacation to Puerto Rico and the TSA officer gives you a hard time, bring out that email and say, hey, I got permission from the Border Patrol to do this. And then everything's good. And that Border Patrol newbie who doesn't know what he's doing will go back into his whatever corner he was in and let you in. Now, no disrespect to the Border Patrol. They do a great job, guys. But you know what I'm saying. Let's see here. Great big minds. How long does the medical exam take while it's getting done? How often after how long do you get the result? It's done in probably 2 hours. It's basically a question and answer session. Okay? It's not intrusive. They're going to look in the ears, look in the mouth, tap, do this part, listen to the back, listen to this. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to go anything down below. And it takes maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours. And then you'll know the results probably after the blood work's done. However long that takes. A couple of weeks, a week. It's not a big, don't stress the medical exam, okay? It's easy. It's just basically the biggest thing is to bring your previous medical record with you. Benny Yao, Diego, is Facebook a requirement? I don't have any Facebook. No, it's not a requirement. But when you fill out the DS-160, when you go online and fill out the DS-160, there's going to be a question in there that says, do you have a Facebook account? Yes or no? And you're going to say, no. And you move on to the next question. Being Yao, but I use Facebook as evidence. I use Facebook because I can communicate with Karina, and our family and friends around the world can see what we're up to. But also it's good evidence for immigration. Staying willingly away from Facebook for personal reasons. Benny Yao, you can do that. You don't have to be on Facebook to get your K1 visa. You will be just fine. El Nassim, we just got approved today, K1. Yay! Everybody, El Nassim just got approved for his K1 visa. Got his NOA too. His question to me is, what do we do now? You do this. You kick back, you have a little celebration, and you're going to wait for the NVC to send you a welcome letter. That's all you're going to do. Kick back, pop your Coca-Cola. I like Coca-Cola. You know, get a bag of chips, and tell all your friends and family, El Nassim, you got approved, and then wait for the NVC to contact you. It could be 2 weeks from now, it could be 3 months. But your job right now is to stay busy and stay relaxed and wait. So Raphael says, congratulations to El Nassim. Now, El Nassim. Now, don't forget, folks, let me know what country you guys are in. Now I know Archer is in Algeria, and I know where most of you guys are, but sometimes I forget. Yo to nerd, does the MVC always send out emails with the welcome letter to, or do they mail the packet as well to the sponsor? Yeah, they'll email you a letter. Okay, they'll email you correo electrónico. They'll send you an email, and then you follow the directions in the email, and your beneficiary will get what's known as packet 3 and packet 4. But basically, you can control that from the United States in an email. So just look for the email. El Nassim, my NOA Wonderful, was December 20th, 2021 in Morocco. El Nassim, we're so happy for you in Morocco, and it took quite a ways, took quite a long time, but you were patient, right? You knew you were going to get it. You were patient, and here you are. Boom, approved. Now do this. Relax. Kick back and wait for the MVC to contact you. And send our best to everybody in beautiful Morocco. Mr. Roddy 14, forgive me, Diego, to clarify, I only need 100% of the federal poverty guidelines once my beneficiary attends the MVC, the visa. For the embassy, it's 100%. 100% at the embassy. You do the face-to-face, your tax return, whatever, better show 100% or greater, more than 100%. But when you adjust the status for the green card, that's when it boots up to 125%. That's when you can get a joint sponsor if you don't quite meet it. That's when you can get the use your assets, use your bank account. 100% embassy interview, 125% when you go for the green card. Everybody's congratulating El Nassim. We're happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Now watch my video. Mr. Rody 14, $20 super chat, guys. Mr. Rody 14 is killing it. Woo! Man, Karina will give you a big hug as soon as we get her to the USA. Mr. Rody 14, thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for the super chat. They really do help, They really do. El Nassim, thank you so much, sir, and everybody. Mr. Rody 14, no problem, no problem. Thanks for the super chat. Again, $20, man. Oof. Now, guys, save some of that money for your Benny Yao. Another $10. You guys must be millionaires out there. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate you very, very much, guys. I really do. And I will continue to help you guys get through this K1 visa process. Okay. No cost. I will help you guys get through it mentally and technically. It's a technical process that I understand from the back of my hand. Okay. Technically, I can help you. I can answer your technical questions. This, and this, and this. Emotionally, I'm going to continue to motivate you guys. You are going to get your visa. Look, El Nassim. He's been waiting since December of 2021. He didn't give up. He didn't throw in the towel. He kept it. He kept in the game. And now here he is approved. Fantastic. Thank you, Diego. No problem, my friend. I'm in U.S. My fiance is in Jamaica. NOA 1. Okay, NOA 2. Jamaica. Beautiful Jamaica. I made a video about Jamaica. It's a beautiful island. Beautiful place. Nolly Checker. I'm sorry if you already covered this, but what documents do I need to have before my beneficiary can fill out and submit the I-129F? Okay, Nolly Checker. I made a video on how to put together a K1 visa package. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know if you subscribe to the channel or not. You don't have to be a subscriber, but it's easier if you are to find the videos. So the documents you're going to have before you fill out and submit the I-129F. Let me give you a quick rundown, but watch my video on how to put together a K1 visa package. You're going to need a copy of the passport, not expired, birth certificate, Get a police certificate too. You don't need it for the K1, but get it anyway. Make a copy and get it translated. Nolly Checker is a subscriber. Okay, so it'll be easier for you to find the videos, Nolly. Go in there through the videos and look for how I've made like 3 videos. How to put together a K1 visa package in 14 minutes. How to put together a K1 visa package the easy way. And back when I first started the channel, I made another video on how to do a K1 visa. Check through the videos. I know it may be a bit tedious, but I can't link it here right now because I'm in the middle of a live chat. But I'm going to go ahead and terminate the live chat. Binyao, for the folks that gave the super chat, Roddy, guys, thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. I'm going to terminate the live stream today, right now. I'm going to go. We'll do it again Saturday at 5 o'clock. Nolly Checker. On Saturday, I'll be back on the live stream. And then let me know Saturday if you were able to find those videos and if you figured out what paperwork and what documents you need for the K1 visa. If you couldn't figure it out, then I will go over it with you on Saturday, okay, at 5 p.m. Guys, super chats, everybody, I'm going to help you. I'm going to pull you over the finish line and get you through this process. Stay positive. Don't give up. Don't give up. Nassim didn't give up. Okay, Nolly, we'll see you then. I'm going to log off now. I'm going to call Karina and tell her about how generous you guys are. I love you guys.